Namaskar friends. Myself Professor A.V. Panchal, Production Engineering Department, Delhi College, Morbi. Welcome you in the session of Unconventional Machining Process. Today we will discuss about the ultrasonic machining process. The ultrasonic machining process, it involves the removal of material by particle of abrasives that vibrate in water slurry which is circulating through the narrow gap between the workpiece and tool that oscillates about 20,000 Hz. The tool reproduces its shape in the workpiece with an accuracy of plus or minus 0.25 mm without any burrs. The accuracy this we can achieve, it depends on few parameters like the size of the tool which is used in the process, the rigidity of the machine and the tool. Then the accuracy may depends upon temperature of the slurry also. Then the accuracy depends on the grit size which is used as a abrasive particle in the water to make the slurry, and accuracy is depends on the procedure for the roughing and finishing processes also. The ultrasonic machining is used mainly on the hard and brittle material that do not conduct the electricity. However, it is used on both the metals and non-metals and on the ductile as well as the brittle material. The tool at some point it impact on the largest grit which are forced into the tool and the workpiece. As the tool continues to move the downward direction, the force acting on this grit increase rapidly. Therefore, some of the grits may be fractured. As the tool moves further down, more grits with smaller size comes in contact with the tool, and the force acting on each grit becomes less. Eventually, the tool comes to the end of its strike. The number of grits under impact force from both the tool and the workpiece becomes maximum, where the grits with the size larger than the minimum gap will penetrate into the tool and the work surface to different extent according to the diameter and the hardness of both the matting surfaces. This is few example of the products we can machine with the help of ultrasonic machining process. Here the geometry is very complex. The coining process with the gluing on the coins are carried out with the help of ultrasonic machining process. It is particularly well suitable to the production of relatively shallow or irregular cavities and is one of the few processes suitable for machining extremely fragile such as honeycomb. This process is equipped with many equipments like ultrasonic oscillators, the transducer, piezoelectric transducer as well as magnetostrictive transducer, tool holder and the cutting tool, abrasive slurry and pump unit and the feeding unit. The oscillator, the power is supplied to the system from the high power oscillator that controls over the power supplied and the frequency over the wide range. The high frequency in the range of 20 to 30 kHz signal from the oscillator is supplied to the transducer, which converts the electrical energy of the signal to mechanical vibration of the tool, and that tool makes the vertical movement and it try to penetrate into the workpiece. So this is the schematic representation of the ultrasonic machining process, where oscillator is there. Here the ultrasonic oscillator is there. It is connected with the transducer. This is the transducer, and excitation coil is attached with the transducer, and it is connected with the oscillator. Then the tool holder is there, where the tool is mounted. This is the cutting tool. The workpiece is there, which is placed on the fixture or on the table. On the other side, the reservoir is there, where in the reservoir abrasive slurry has been prepared. That abrasive slurry comes to this particular point through this circulating pump refrigeration system, because when the slurry is to be pumped on the workpiece material, the temperature must be maintained. That's why the refrigeration system is placed in between the path. The piezoelectric transducer here used to change in length that occurs in material like quartz and zirconium when electric current passes through this material. When the current is removed, the material immediately returns to its original size, and when the high frequency supply is given to such materials, the mechanical vibration are produced. These transducers are available only up to 900 watt power rating. The conversion efficiency is 96%. Amplitude of vibration up to 0.025 mm can be achieved. The another type of transducer is magnetostrictive transducer. Here the conversion of electrical energy to the mechanical vibration is done by using this magnetostrictive transducer, and the material for this is nickel alloy or cobalt alloy. This material, when subjected to the strong magnetic field, it increase in length and regain their length when the field is removed. These transducers are available with power capacities up to 2.4 kilowatt. The conversion efficiency is hardly 20 to 30%. The amplitude of vibration up to 0.025 mm is available. This is sometimes amplified further by suitable design of the tool holder. The tool holder and the tool which is used in ultrasonic machining have some characteristics. It must hold the tool and transmit the tool holder must hold the tool and transmit the energy from transducer to the tool. The common material used for tool holder is monometal metal, titanium, as well as sometimes stainless steel is also used. The shape of the tool holder is cylindrical or conical or modified cone, which helps in magnifying the tool tip vibrations. In order to reduce the fatigue failure, it should be free from scratches and the tool marks, and it must be polished very smooth. The tools are generally made of tough and malleable materials like stainless steel and soft steel. The harder the tool material, the faster it wears. That is why the brittle or hard material like carbide cannot be used as a tool material. The tools are usually 25 mm long. Its size is equal to the hole size minus twice the size of the abrasive. For preparation of abrasive slurry, the fine abrasive grains are required. The grains are usually boron carbide, aluminum oxide or silicon carbide. The slurry is used to erode the workpiece surface, and it is also used to carry the debris away from the cutting area. The selection of particular abrasive is based on the hardness of the work material, obviously, the rate of material removal which is required, the fracture and the wear characteristics of abrasive particle, and the cost associated with the abrasive component. The grit size of the abrasive depends on the hardness and surface finish which is required. Water, glycerol and oil are generally used as a liquid medium for preparing the abrasive slurry. Few process parameters are always associated with the system. Here in case of ultrasonic machining, to get the good surface finish as well as to get good material removal rate, obviously we have to take care of those process parameter. In the case of ultrasonic machining process, the few process parameters are discussed here. The frequency of vibration, how it can affect on the MRR is represented. Here theoretically we know that the material removal rate should be increased linearly with the frequency of the vibration. But in actual practice, the material removal rate tends to be non-linear, and somewhat it is lower than the theoretical value. So obviously the frequency of vibration is also affecting on the material removal rate. Up to certain limit we can get good material removal rate, but beyond that the curve starts fall down on the opposite side. So we must have to take care of the frequency of vibration. Then the amplitude of the frequency of vibration, the amplitude. So generally the material removal rate increase linearly with the amplitude. Here also the achieved value of material removal rate are found to be slightly lower than the theoretical value of the material removal rate. The force, the effect of force on the material removal rate. Here the graph shows that increase in the feed force, it increase the material removal rate. Beyond certain value, depending on its the amplitude, material removal rate decrease because the grain starts getting crushed in between the workpiece and the tool. So the penetration, the required penetration either in the workpiece or in the tool cannot be achieved. That's why here the rate of material removal rate goes decreasing after certain limit. Then the effect of grain size on the material removal rate. The selection of the particular grain size is also influenced by the surface finish desired. For the rough work, the coarse grain or large diameter grain are used. For finished work, the fine grain or small diameter glass grain are used. Here in the figure you can see that graph. The graph is surface roughness versus mean grain size. Here tungsten, and for the glass material the graph has been plotted. You can see that as the grain size is increased, the surface roughness is also increased for different material. So to get the finished work, it requires the small grain size. Few advantages are associated with ultrasonic machining. The advantages are high accuracy and good surface finish, easily attainable in this process. The entire equipment is very much safe to operate for employees. Little or no heat generation during the machining process. The overall cost of the product or the machining is low. Hard and brittle material can be easily machinable with the help of ultrasonic machining process. The applications of ultrasonic machining process is to get the work done on hard brittle work material such as ceramics, glass and carbides. The process is also successful on certain metals such as stainless steel and titaniums. The shape include non-round hole along the curved axis can be easily produced on the workpiece surface with the help of ultrasonic machining processes. The coining operation pattern on the tool is imparted to the flat work surface with the help of this ultrasonic machining process. Few disadvantages are also there with the ultrasonic process. Those disadvantages may be the low rate of material removal rate because this is unconventional machining process. Then the softer material are very difficult to machine and the entire cost can be very high. So these all are the disadvantages of ultrasonic machining processes. Thank you very much for your patience. Happy learning.